Greetings, Earthlings. Planet Mitch here, founder and chief astronomer over at SearchiePro.com. And that's probably something new that many of you don't recognize me for. And that's okay. I'm going to do a review of a product that I've absolutely fallen in love with. And if you are a content creator, whether you create video or audio, and have people that rely on you for information, you're going to want to pay attention. So heads up, please pay attention, because this is going to be a solution for a problem you didn't even know you had. You've got content. You've got gobs of content, whether it be a training class, or maybe you have a membership site, or maybe you just have a YouTube channel where you've got a whole bunch of videos around a particular topic. Maybe you're on Twitch. Maybe you're in a place where you're creating video, storing it in your membership site, or maybe on Amazon. And you've always kind of known that there's this big lump of stuff out there. I mean, I have a YouTube channel and there's like 40 videos out there. And when somebody asks about a problem, I sometimes say, let me go find that video. I know there's a video where I can answer your question. I've demonstrated that. Now, imagine that there's a YouTube search engine, and the only thing that search engine knows about is your content, whether it be in a podcast or video. You give the link to your people and say, hey, if you have a question, I mean, you've been in some programs where there's a help feature, right? Up at the top or on the side, you go ask a question, and there's potentially some articles that will be found. So imagine you've got all of that video library that is totally indexed. All of the text that you say in your podcast or your video content is in the database. And so when somebody searches, I mean, if you go to YouTube right now and you do a search, what it's doing is searching titles and keywords. We're talking about getting deep down into your content and searching for specific words. And I know that it's still a little bit vague to you, because I think a picture or a video is worth 1,000 words, right? But just imagine where you have the ability to answer people's questions just by giving them one link, and that's to your search engine. Your search engine. Not YouTube, not Google, not, hey, go to my website and try to find the blog article that talked to... This is a search engine purely for you. Have I got you yet? Are you kind of grasping the content? I hope so. Now, this is going to be a review. The review is simply go buy it, all right? I'm biased. I believe in this tool. I've been using it for 2.5 months now. It is in beta. And I'll tell you right off the bat, there are problems. It is not a perfect transcription tool. It is not always doing what you ask it to do. I suspect in 4 to 6 months, it's going to be so incredibly insane, people are going to be talking about it. This is literally a game changer. When I explained this to a couple of people the other day, that was the word they used. I did a similar review last night, and Jason said, if you're a video creator, why wouldn't you go grab this tool? He said it. I agree. You're going to want Searchie if you create any kind of video content. So there was a pause there in the screen. Let me go show you how it works. I'm not going to spend a lot of time diving into the back end. I'm just going to show you how it works. So I'm going to switch over to my desktop and get to... What is my computer doing? I got too many things open. So, and you can follow along right now if you want to. Go to SearchiePro.com and you can see this demo right as I do it. So this is my brand new website. I'm so excited about this tool. I've created a website. I've got an FAQ, by the way. If you come over here and look at the FAQs, there's a whole bunch of answers. But let's look at the demo. So right now, I have indexed some of the videos that I have talked about for Searchie. And you can't see my screen, can you? Why can't you see my screen? There you go. And look at it flipping back and forth. And now it's on the wrong screen, so you see white. How embarrassing is that? I don't know what's going on. I apologize. SearchiePro.com. Here we are. Now you can see my screen. By the way, I'm doing this on Facebook Live. If you're hanging around watching and you have some questions, let me know. I will try to answer your questions. All right. Now you see what I was talking about. There is the FAQs I was just talking about. But here's the pop-out demo. So this is implemented in a widget. I'm happening to do a pop-out. You could just have it inline in your page. Doesn't matter. The layout is pretty simple. So there's a search box that people are used to. You can customize any of this. Notice I say search for anything. Example, Stegosaurus. I used that word last night in the review that I did. And I was intending for it only to be in that video, but no, I just blew it. But I'm going to type Stegosaurus. And I can never type the word and talk. R-U-S, right? Did I say that right? I'm not spelling it right. S-T-E-G-O-S-A-U. I thought I had it right. And now it's not finding it. Well, isn't this a silly demo? I know I just tried this. I tried it before we got here. All right, let's look for a different word. Let's look for Searchie. See, now I'm struggling. Why is it not working? Something's not working because I messed something up somewhere along the line. I'm going to go. I've had some trouble with my computer today. So, apologize. Pop-out demo. See, recent searches. This makes more sense. See, there was something wrong with that browser window. I apologize. Here are the results for that search. Now again, imagine in your head that this is your content. This is whatever you're trying to help people understand. Like YouTube or Google, you get a listing here. But notice that there's a time listed. Oh, so it's 20 minutes and 41 seconds into the video. But notice, and this is the groundbreaking part, notice what happens when I click on that. I forgot to check. I hope the audio is coming through. The video jumps right to the spot where I said the word that I'm trying not to say again today. It jumps right to that spot. If I scroll up, you'll see that here's the phrases, the words, the sentences that I just said in that video. Now, how groundbreaking, how astounding is that? If you're a content creator, imagine your people asking a question and wanting to know the answer, right? I got another one. Let me show you another page over on giveawayrocket.com/search. This is some of my viral content, which is a different tool, a different set of videos. I have a widget here. Notice it's buried in the page. And let me search over here. I used the magic word penguin. And there is my pop down, sorry about that, Penguin. I know how to spell this word. Different set of words, different set of videos. Notice the same thing. Up pops the video, jumps right to the spot where I mentioned the word penguin. So imagine your own content. Notice that there are multiple ways you can deliver this. You can customize it. You can do all kinds of really cool stuff. Does that make sense? Thank you. Michelle says, I'm just trying with Stegosaurus and it works. Thank you. Ah, there, I said it again. Darn it, now I've said it multiple times. So when the search comes along, because what's going to happen would be that I'm going to take this video and I'm going to insert it into my Searchie search engine. And now there'll be two places where that word is said. Now here's one of the amazing things. Typically what happens in the process is that if you're a video creator, you know how this works and kind of what a pain it is, that you create a video like this on Facebook. Now I'm using Ecamm. When I finish the video in Ecamm, I have the option to send it over to YouTube. I have that set up, so I can send it over to YouTube. I also have the ability to save it on my computer. And then normally what you would do would be you would send it to someplace like rev.com if you want a transcript. Or you could theoretically use YouTube. YouTube kind of generates a transcript. You could do that. Either way, you get a result, and then you take that and you upload it to a website. You know, maybe you edit it before you do any of that, but there's all these multiple steps involved. The cool thing with Searchie is that there's an automation to it. And inside the tool, I said I wasn't going to dive in and try to show you the back end because it gets really complicated. It's simple. Let me rephrase that. But trying to show it to you takes this video and makes it really long. And I'm trying to sort of keep it shorter than I did because last night's video was almost an hour. But the way Searchie works is you connect it to your Facebook and you say, anytime a video shows up on this page, automatically bring it into Searchie, transcribe it, and make it available in my search engine. So right now, all I have to do is go live on Facebook. And within a couple of hours, Searchie has found the video that I did, automatically sucked it up. And that's an option, by the way. It doesn't have to be the automatic thing. Brought it into Searchie, transcribed it, and made it searchable for my users to go find. I am now free. I am free to go do other things than to worry about that content. Now, if I want to, I can go in and I can verify the transcript was created appropriately. Maybe some of the words weren't converted correctly. And that's one of the negatives about Searchie, is that it's not 100% correct yet. I'm getting probably about 95% correct. The video from last night, for example, I went in and made sure that that word that keyword, I don't want to say it again, was correctly interpreted, so it's in there, which is why Michelle found it. And I eventually found it at a window that was working. But if you start taking if you're a content creator, and you start thinking about the ways that you could use this, your mind starts going, holy cow, this is kind of freaking cool. I really, really, really think this is going to change the way people think about content. I mean, again, imagine having a YouTube video search engine for your content. Only your content. People can only find your stuff. Is this sinking in yet? Michelle, do you think this is pretty powerful? It's amazing. You can put it on. There are so many things you can do with this. You can put it on your membership site. You can put it inside your training. And one of the things that I've started doing a little bit differently, or thinking about when I'm doing stuff, is, let's imagine you have a podcast. And everybody has been a subscriber of a podcast, a business podcast, or motivational, or whatever. And often you think to yourself while you're listening to one that you want to go back to that content and re-listen to it, right? What's the process you have to do? Well, you have to get your player. You have to go to the place where you've subscribed to that particular podcast. You have to remember which episode that you were wanting to go back to, and approximately how long into the content it was. So what do? You never do that, right? You never, ever, ever, ever go do that. Okay, maybe you do. In the old days, you had to put a tape in the VCR and your cassette player and fast forward. It was a mess, right? For those old enough to remember. But imagine having your own search engine, and you say in the podcast, all right, the keyword for this next segment is statue. So all you have to do is remember, if you want to come back and hear this segment again, go into our search engine, which is at podcast.com/search, whatever you call the link, and type in the word statue, and boom, you will get right to that segment, and then you can listen. Imagine how much easier that's going to be, and people are going to start reusing your content. They're going to use it to find the answers that they were looking to. They're going to love you that much more for providing this service to them. This is an astounding tool. I've had 3 months to think about this. I first heard about it at Stu McLaren's Tribe Live. I'm a Stu McLaren fan. I'm actually wearing a Cheeky Monkey shirt right now. This is Stu's product. And tonight, if you're watching this live with me today, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm in Central Time, so I always have to translate. 8 p.m. Eastern, Stu is going to do a webinar, and he's going to do a demo for you, and he's freaking excited about the tool too. Now, he's the guy that's creating it. And he's going to tell you about all the different options, and he's going to tell you about what's coming. Some of the stuff that I haven't heard yet. But, you know, that search that I just showed you, imagine there's a word cloud to the side of it. So it gives you an idea of the common terms that you could go search for. Because sometimes you're kind of going, well, what should I search? I know the problem is blah, 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 but what kind of keywords should I be putting in here to go look for? YouTube doesn't do that. Google doesn't do that. But that's coming down the road. Now, I mentioned automatically bringing in Facebook. It also will bring in YouTube, Vimeo, podcasts, Dropbox is in the works. There's a couple other places that you'll be able to automatically bring new content in from. This is a drop in the bucket in terms of what Searchie will be able to do. And if people can get the answers from you, they're going to keep coming back to you. And that's, as a content creator, exactly what your purpose is. You want them to come find the information for you. Now, I have created, as an example, 2 widgets for 2 training classes that I'm selling. I'm going to give people those widgets and say, if you give me your email address, you can come search this class. You don't get all of the content, but you can search for the answer you need. And of course, right there by the side is a sales pitch that says, hey, buy that class. They will feel better about me having the ability to go in and look at that. And I'll say, well, you can come back and look at the search engine anytime. Once you buy the class, you can come in and look, do whatever search you want. another great sales tool for your content. Plus, you get to reuse content. I mean, imagine all of the Facebook Lives that you potentially do automatically sucked in, and people can then search them. This tool is phenomenal. I started to tell you tonight, 8 o'clock. If you go to the Searchie Pro, if Michelle, if you're still here, if you go to Searchie Pro, let me just show you again. Let me see if I can get this to work right the first time. So if you're in Searchie Pro and we close this widget, if you click on Buy Searchie, you don't actually right now today go to the buy because it's not open until 4 hours and 15 minutes from now. If you click on Save Your Seat, then you can register for tonight's webinar. Now, of course, at this point, you will be attached to me. So if you do end up buying, I will get a commission. Thank you very much. Something I didn't mention before, and that's how you get there. So I'm going to come back to me. Something I didn't mention before, if you happen to know some people that might be interested in this and you buy, they have made you an instant affiliate. And you can earn 30% commission for each one of the people you bring in to Searchie Pro. I'm sorry, not me, into Searchie. All you need is 3 people to buy, and you get recurring commissions for the life of those people. 3 people at 30% gets you 90% of what your purchase is. So if you get 4, you're actually making money. So you're an instant affiliate, which is why I'm doing this, frankly, right? I love the tool. I mean, the tool is crazy. It's got some imperfections. It has things that there's a feature request board, and people are asking for certain things. But if you think about the beginning of YouTube, I mean, we're 12, 15 years into YouTube now. Imagine what this will be like 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Once people see the power of this, it's just going to blow your mind. Get in on the ground floor, lock in your pricing if you're all interested in this. Do it today. Sign up, go to searchiepro.com, click on that buy link. Here, let me do this. Sorry. Searchiepro.com, click on the buy link, and you can get registered for tonight's webinar. If you can't make it, obviously, I think there'll be a replay. There's also going to be another webinar on the 18th, but that's the last day that Searchie will be available at the price Stu gives you tonight. So there is a multiple day, what is that? Today's the 12th, 6-day window for you to lock in the pricing. So that's Searchie. If you have any questions, please let me know. I kept it to 23 minutes. I just can't talk about this very quickly. It's insanely cool what Searchie can do. And so if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in. If you're still here watching, thank you for those of you who have popped in and out or stuck around with me. Thank you. I'm here for questions. If you have any questions, please go register. Click on search. It doesn't cost you anything to watch the webinar tonight. It's free. I would appreciate if you do go ahead and buy. Send me an email, and I will send you my training classes on how to build a great contest. You can have those. That's a $97 value that you can have as a bonus if you buy a Searchie Pro. If you buy through Searchie Pro, I will happily give those to you as a bonus for getting involved in Searchie. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to sign off for now. Hope to see you in the webinar tonight. That's again at 8 p.m. Eastern if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on a replay on YouTube or whatever. I hope this has served you well. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.
Oh my gosh, Mitch, do you hear yourself? everybody.
Bye.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.